you've had through the series so far, kind of how that, you know, any sort of stories around that, kind of how you've dealt with that, I guess.
Well, I can tell one story, but it involves Craig, which was the most amazing story that I've had happen from this series. And we had viewers on YouTube, but it's growing now, and it's growing. Now when you start doing a second series, I think me and Ben talked about this, we're like, the interest grows more, and there's new people that find out about it. Then they watch the first series, and the numbers go up a little bit more, and it's slowly going up and up. And we, you know, things like that are happening. But then Craig here worked on Torchwood and some Doctor Who back in the day, in the mid noughties. So he's made friends, and me and Craig got to know each other last year when we were filming Whovians, and I didn't know much. And then he keeps dropping these little droplets of gorgeous information, and we were literally meeting up, and we were talking about series 2, and I was like, is it an idea? I don't know. And Craig was like, you need to do this. I wasn't going to show you this, but here's an email. And there was an email from Russell T Davis to Craig saying how much he enjoyed Whovians, and I was just like, that blew my mind. There you go. There you go. That's exclusive. Whovians exclusive production. I'll tell you the full story afterwards, alright? Yeah. He has seen it. I just dropped the bomb. Drop the mic. RTD officially likes Whovians. Drop the mic.
So we'll move on to a kind of slightly different question then. The series also deals with kind of very real themes, sort of life situations that anyone really could find themselves in. What can you sort of tell us about those situations becoming part of the storytelling?
Well, that's a good question. Bottom line, the first meeting, other writer's not here today, Terence Edwards, Tez and Matt, we sat down. What the project idea was, we wanted to write. We wanted to get a platform, we wanted to get viewers, and that's where the Whovians idea came from. But we wanted to write from the heart, real day problems, dramas, things that are close to us, things that are important to us, like mental illness, dealing with cancer, dealing with all kinds of normal things, not normal things, but things that people deal with in their normal lives, that obstacles that can come up to you and face you, and we didn't want to shy away from any of those issues. And we wanted to really write a drama that would be no fear, no bound. And the great thing about making a web series, you've got no one censoring you, you've got no suits, you've got no one telling you what to do, what not to do. You choose what you want to write about, and that's basically where the heart of the show comes from. And that's a big heart involved in it, and I hope that's why people like watching it is because of that, rather than just, you know, oh look, it's Bad Wolf Bay. And
I was going to say, obviously that's what I wanted to ask. It's one of the things that obviously watching through the series week by week is sort of stood out to me quite a bit. So
thank you very much.
Tell us a little bit about the response that you've had personally then from the series so far, and again what it's like to actually return to the character for series 2. Spoiler free.
Spoiler free, yeah. The response I've had has been really, really good. I've had quite a lot of good feedback from my students, because I teach children, and they come back and say, oh Victoria, we've seen you at Whovians, it's really good. So that's really nice to think that, you know, people are spreading the word, and again, some people from the cast were actually recognised on tubes in London, was it? So I think that's pretty awesome. And the Russell T Davis news, I'm so chuffed about that. I'm going to tell everybody. But you know, the response has been really good, and it's really good to hear that it's, you know, growing as a production.
Yeah.
And I've met a few people here today who I don't know from Adam, but they come up to me and say, oh, you're from Whovians. And I'm thinking, yes, how do you know? You know, so things like that make you think, oh, it actually is growing. Yeah. So, you know, who knows what could happen, but hopefully onwards and upwards for Whovians.
Yeah, I hope you see a lot more of that over this weekend, and a lot of new people getting to hear about it as well. So.
Definitely.
Okay, can I move on to Ben next, please?
Well, when you get feedback, it's always very kind of humbling that people come up to you and say, oh, I really enjoyed your performance, and, you know, you gel really well with everyone else. Especially, like, you know, because you get the friends that come up to you and say, oh, yeah, I really enjoy it, and you think, oh, you're just saying that because, you know, sort of like, but a lot of people have said to me, it's like, no, we enjoyed it. You know, it did look like you were playing a character other than yourself. And that's always a good challenge, because one thing I've never had a problem acting in front of strangers, you know, because they don't know your personality, they don't know what you're like, but it's always hard to convince someone that knows you inside out. You know, it's like, are you just playing Ben, or are you actually playing a character? And a lot of people have said, yeah, I didn't think it was you, you know, there's nothing like you. So again, yeah, that kind of just gives you a lot more kind of enthusiasm to sort of kind of like pursue other sort of aspects of acting and projects. And coming back for series 2 is, you know, again, yeah, when we said that we were going to be thinking of doing one, I was just like straight away, no kind of questions asked, in a heartbeat. I was like, yeah, sign me up.
Sort of both series then now. You've had various kind of roles in front of the camera and behind the scenes. Anything you can tell us a little bit more about other things you've been involved in with Whovians behind the camera?
Yeah, so on Series 1 I was production assistant, script supervisor, continuity here and there whenever I could. But for Series 2 now I'm known as an associate producer, which sounds very fancy. And I've also written 2 episodes, so that was cool. No big deal. Screenwriter. Yeah, so it was one of those things where I have like a really, really strong imagination, and I just thought, if I was going to write an episode of Whovians, what would I do? So I wanted to do it. I did.
You have it.
And then the characters and the story wouldn't leave me alone, and I ended up writing it and sending it to girls, and then they were like, yeah, we'll do it. And I was like, what?
It's happening now.
Yeah, it's just like having fun. Yeah, so now I'm also a writer, which is brilliant and absolutely great fun. So, yeah.
That's excellent. What sort of response have you had then from the series?
Everyone's been so supportive and like really enjoying the series and stuff. And I think Jen, she wasn't like a big part last time, isn't like she was like special guest. But yeah, no, people have been saying how good it is and how much they've really been enjoying it. So it's got a good response all around, really. I just can't wait for it to kind of get bigger. So,
hopefully,
Russell Crowe has proved it.
I know, I didn't know. Why didn't you tell us that?
I like just dropping the bomb every now and then, you know.
I was in shock.
Say though.
Russell T Davis really likes us. I'm done.
Thank you. Right, back to
Victoria Benahana then for a moment. As the series regular, is there any interesting or funny tales to tell about the actual filming process you'd like to share today?
Right.
Please.
Well, I mean, the most memorable day for me, problem-wise, because there were quite a lot of problems, and I did mention this at the last convention, but there are new members of the public here, so I will just repeat
It's all new,
this.
it's all new. Mix it all up.
Yeah, we filmed one episode, with episode 1 in one whole day on a Sunday, I think it was, and then the Saturday before that we filmed the whole of episode 6 in a flat, and there were lots of people in the flat, and it was really, really hot. And so we went a bit insane, didn't we? We started singing the Doctor Who track, and that's on the website if you'd like to take a look. So yeah, Sunday we were filming a fake convention outside in Cardiff City Centre, and we were up against things like the builders, you know, drilling really loudly. Then a cathedral church bell started happening, and then we had Frozen Let It Go on a radio really blasting loud, and I'm not just embellishing this, it actually did happen. So we had to go and kind of give them a nice little word to say, shut up please, for 2 seconds, we need to film. So that took quite a while. Any other funny things? Oh yes, well Terence has a cat called Dave, and because Steph's flat is actually Terence's flat, Dave lives there obviously, and we film there a lot. So Dave is quite a regular little star in our outtakes, isn't he? I remember in series 1 we had one scene where I was filming with Olivia, my flatmate, who's played by Ellen. She's great. And Dave, we were filming, and suddenly Dave, with his big tail, came across the edge of the screen like that, like Jaws, but with a cat tail. And we just had to, it was so funny, but he's so cute. Yeah, so I think that's my main memories with funny, interesting moments.
I've got a good one. Okay. Can I just add a shameless plug and say I was there that day?
Yeah, you were there.
I was there.
Apparently stars in Whovians as well, everybody.
Yes.
Yay!
We attract some special people when we film movies, don't we?
It's like a magnet drawing them in, isn't it?
We had that singer on Queen Street on the very first day.
Oh yeah. We had the first day, the first couple of shots. It was myself, Matt, Tess, and Vic, and we were there in the middle of Queen Street, early morning Queen Street, thinking we'll get these shots done. It's the start opening scenes of your episodes. She's walking down Queen Street, and then this tramp comes over, and at this point you think, okay, this is going to be awkward. We'll be nice, as you always are. And then he decides to start rapping at the camera. And he's teaching me how to squat dance and go up and down. So from day one, I realised that Whovians was going to be an interesting filming time.
It's good to have the interest.
Can you demonstrate the Scott dance for us?
I could do. Yeah, the Scott dance kind of went like this. That was paparazzi there. That was good. Leave it on for you. No, it's too late. The moment's gone.
That was great, Ruth.
Hannah, you're really making him work today.
I know.
She's directing me for a change. That's what's going on.
Right, okay. We will move on to a slightly different topic. Of course,
Move on.
move on. Of course, it's not just about the filming. The job doesn't actually end there. So what can you tell us about the editing process, special effects, music, and so on?
Oh wow, I wasn't expecting that question. Maybe I should have read them.
Maybe you should.
Well, I work for a company called Gorilla, which is a post-production facility, works in TV, so I get a lot of bit of freebies and some favours, so that's how it gets put together, really. I edit it, then it goes... Last year, the special effects was done by our special effects guy who's moved on to actually work on Doctor Who. He's now working for Milk full-time after working for us.
But we met him at the last year's convention.
Good.
That's right, we did, we met him.
Yeah, we met him here.
We did.
I know.
Oh, good, you tell the story.
No.
So we met him last year here. And then he worked for another Whovians with us, and now he's gone on to work for Milk and he's working on Doctor Who. So that's kind of a weird, that's a weird thing that's going on with this series.
Yeah. Is that anything from anyone else on that? Or behind the scenes? No?
We've still got Andrew Gallagher. He's coming back to do the music for us.
We've got a same composer.
Some composer, and he's going to do some like very special stuff, especially for some creepy
Your
episodes.
episodes?
For my episodes. I didn't want to be an egotistical. For my episodes.
You're such a good girl.
It's like a family. Yeah, so he's coming back and he's brilliant, and he's going to help us out at this series as well, which is great.
That's great. And you said he was the guy who did the music in the
Yes,
first
he did the
series,
first series.
Yeah, he's the unsung hero of Whovians.
So if everyone is wondering, because obviously there's lots of names in the credits and stuff like that, but it's good to know sort of people are back.
He's phenomenal.
That went really well, mate. Some really nice interest. There's a lot of cosplayers. Hopefully we get some extras and stuff.
Dalek photo.
And we'll try and get everyone wants to get a Dalek photo. So I'm going for a Dalek photo.
Dalek photo.
Brilliant. Anyone a fan of Cardiff? Yeah. That's impressive. That's impressive. I know. I can judge the room now. So.
It's in the hole that's Bridge End.
Oh, okay. I don't know what to do with that. There's a geography war going on. We'll go back to. Do you like Doctor Who? Right, Whovians, funny enough, is about 4 friends who all love Doctor Who. It's not just about that, but that is the common thread that made them friends. It's a drama, it's a comedy drama, and we're very, very proud of it. It was made for 0 budget, and the second series is made for about £500 now, is it? Yeah, impressive that was. That's a bit of a step up. But that is made of passion and love, and these guys are the stars and the cast and crew. Any questions?
Where's everyone?
Anyone? Is that? I'll reach out on the writers and directors.
Okay. AJ King played the Doctor in season 1.
I'm Terence Edwards. I'm one of the writers and executive producers. Matthew Ford, also writer and exec producer.
Matthew Fisher played Rob in one of the episodes in season 2.
My name is Ben Wilson. I play Andrew, one of the main Whovians.
Hannah. I'm Hannah. I'm one of the main cast of Whovians and writer for series 2.
I'm Rob. I'm one of the main cast and had a part in writing one of the episodes in season 2.
I'm Andrew, and I'm one of the 4 main Whovians as well.
It depends. Yeah, it depends. Shame. Just wound the someone up. He hates. It depends on which episode we're filming. For example, in series 1, the first episode, the main characters are all waiting patiently in a book signing queue. Evan must have all queued for some shit. We all have done it. Yeah, so basically they're doing that, they're all queuing up, and that was all filmed in one morning. We got through 20 pages of dialogue with a cast of 12 in the middle of Cardiff in one morning, from 8:30 in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm looking at my friend because he keeps track of things more than me. That basically was that episode, but then generally it takes about 3-4 weekends to film one episode. Thank you. Question number 1.
Dare you to ask how the idea came about?
My favourite character, we'll pass it to all the 4 writers, if that's alright for you. Because you really do like the series. I love you. You have a crush on Yeah, it's series 2 we kill him off. No, we don't. No, we don't. He just shot himself, it's fine. We don't. No, my favourite character, I should just say Bradley now, shouldn't I? My favourite character to write for, actually, it's from Bradley. I love writing. Bradley is a character that me and Matt came up with. We created Bradley, thank you. But we love writing for Bradley, and to be honest, Rob is very much responsible for half the stuff that comes out of his gob on times, and we just leave it in the episode. That's my favourite.
I'm going to be honest, one of my favourite characters to write for is Steph. She was the character that I created as well. Seen series 1, possibly one of my favourite things I've ever written. Hello. Hi, Ella. There we go. Oh, there we are. Wonderful. Yeah, it's Steph, and she gets a wonderful little speech where she kind of gives her geek credentials, I suppose you'd call it, which is probably my favourite thing that I've ever actually written. So yeah, that's me.
Like we said, Bradley, because I think more so with series 2. Now that we've got Rob, we know how Rob works, what comes out of his crazy mouth in the nicest possible way. Also, I mean, I came up with Liam, who is played by Andrew there. Liam is basically me when I was a lot younger, so highly strung, OCD, and just generally didn't have a clue. And you guys are both going to turn around and go, "You've not really changed, have you? You haven't changed." But that's where Liam came from.
My favourite character is obviously the one I play because I'm biased. But Jen to me is like badass, awesome, fun, great, and I just love her writing for women because, you know, I've got a lot of guys to contend with right now. So yeah, Jen is the best. But Bradley's alright, I suppose.
Any more questions?
Alright, what monster would you not want to face?
Monster? Oh, I don't know. Go to the doctor. Would I not want to face? I don't know. There's a few. I guess the Autons. When I was a kid, the Autons scared the shit out of me. And I think Cybermen were. I loved and hated the Daleks, but I guess. Weeping Angels. Yeah, but I just wear mirrored sunglasses. I don't know why nobody kind of thought of this. Mirrored sunglasses, but just you kind of go you know, and then they're looking at themselves and they die. So I'd kind of cope with those, I guess. Yeah, I think that I don't know why that works, but it does. Yeah, I think Autons, because I've done a lot of retail work in between acting stuff as well. So the idea of a shot model shot dummy coming to life would be scary as crap. So that would be fun. Yeah.
Mine would be the Zygons, because of the shape-shifting ability. You would never really know who you're dealing with until it's too late, and I think that would be quite freaky.
We are in Llandudno, not Llandudno as I've been saying all day, at SciFi Wales.
Good day.
Long day. I'm tired. But it is fun.
It is fun.
It is
Andrew
fun.
keeps burping, which is great.
I do keep burping. I ate too much cheese last night.
Way too much for one
So
man.
you burp? I think I maybe
There's a
like,
point where there's too much cheese.
because you shouldn't have.
Isn't the lactose?
You shouldn't drink or eat dairy. It's not good for us. So, apparently.
Health tips from the Whovians.
I'm thoroughly enjoying my experience at SciFi Wales so far. It's been a pleasure to have been invited all the way up here in lovely, bright and wet Llandudno.
Exactly the same. It's crap.
It's not that bad. It's not raining.
Oh no, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. It's still
Oh,
raining.
right, no, sorry, it hasn't actually.
It's really good weather to test an umbrella.
Yeah.
But you know, what can you say? It's the Welsh weather, you know.
Speaking of keeping dry, Reece, did you bring?
No, I didn't bring a coat. No, I relied on a thing called stupidity.
Yeah.
I don't have a jacket.
Doesn't have a coat either.
No.
But fair play, I mean,
No
I
coat, no
nearly
jacket.
forgot to bring my jacket
I
as
know
well.
what the difference
So I was
is,
so
yes.
focused on everything else, the more important things like food.
I didn't even bring food, Vic. I brought a minibus though.
That's fine.
I didn't bring food or a minibus. I just brought alcohol.
You can hear the beer bottles just kind of clanking in the back.
It sounded like Brain's delivery to Norfolk.
I know.
But no, it's been fantastic. It's been really great. I mean, they've been really welcoming. People have been coming up to the stall, actually purchasing DVDs because of the Q&A. You know, they've been really interested in the web series and what we've had to say and what we're trying to achieve with it. And yeah, it's just been a really fantastic day so far.
Anything in particular that you're looking forward to?
Generally, just being here. It's amazing that we've been invited. The panel's going to be a lot of fun, I think. Hopefully we'll get a couple of people in to find out more about what we're doing. And it should be nice to get to spread the Whovians word, I think.
So guys, are we ready?
Yeah.
Involved with the Whovian web series, and I have a list. I'm not good at remembering names, but it's like I said, Reece, there you go, director, writer, Terence, writer, Matthew, Craig, AJ, Matthew, Ben, Victoria, Rob, Andy, and Jay. That's everybody who's on my list. That's somebody else's. Take a seat. I was watching Whovians this morning on YouTube. So, great about. And then it's really hard to please. Also, when it comes to the things she watches as well. I shouldn't really have a microphone when I'm saying. I like the fact each year episodes are around a half-hour mark, which is a lot of web series that are 5-10 minutes or whatever. But you guys, especially for season 1 being no budget, done a crappy job for. I want to be able to do that on no budget. That's impressive.
Wait until season 2.
If it gets funded.
Yeah.
It will be. So, what was the most fun part about shooting season 1, other than all of it?
Oh, most fun part was filming series 1. Probably the most fondest memory I've got is filming in a street in Cardiff for episode 1 of series 1. Episode 1 is a plot which is basically how quickly you introduce the characters, and they're all queuing for a book signing. We've all queued for a book signing yet. That's what we all do. We're all geeks. It's all good. Or nerds, whichever you prefer. I don't mind. Personally, I'm just a freak, so I'll go with that. So we basically, the characters are all. I'm doing so bad. I'm insulting everyone. They're all on the queue. And we had kind permission to film outside of a friend's shop in the middle of Cardiff on a Sunday morning. We had 20 pages to get through. It was all rehearsed. It was all rehearsed. Everyone knew the lines, everyone was good. We had all the cast there, we had 10 or 12 extras all lined up in a queue, this fake queue. And we went to start filming it, and builders started drilling and sanding and sawing and sledgehammering, and then a radio came on and Frozen Let It Go came on quite loudly. So I can look back at it now and say that's one of my fondest memories because it's a funny story, but at the time I wanted to kill people.
Was it the Let It Go rendition that put you over the edge? Where you're like,
That's I nearly go postal and I nearly killed him. Let it go!
It really was. It was at that point that I kind of went, well, we're not going to be able to shoot anything for about another 10-15 minutes. I'm going to go and want a coffee run. And when I got back, all I heard was Reece going, they've stopped! Now! The cast just ran into place and they got the scene, and then it was just like, that's everything, thank you, right, now we can go home. But it was just, with the coffees. And then suddenly just hearing Reece kind of go,
just in general.
My favourite thing, I think for me personally, I was a little bit guest appearance in like season 1.
Spoiler.
Yeah. And I've got a bit more of a bigger part now in season 2, and I've also written my like a couple of scripts. So for me, like selfishly, that's my favourite thing, that I get to like write stuff and see other people perform it. It's amazing, like something I've never experienced. But yeah, other than that, having fun with these guys, obviously.
Your scripts are awesome, so
I know.
The ego has landed. Yeah. Anna, who would you like to pick?
I would love Victoria.
Thank you.
Victoria, what's the toughest thing about filming movies?
The toughest?
The toughest and what's
That's my
happening?
favourite.
No, it's keep it told us.
To be honest, I know it sounds really corny, but there isn't really a tough aspect of it because obviously acting is my chosen career and I love it, I enjoy it, so this is what I wanted to do. So nothing is really tough about it. I'd say the only thing that could be classed as tough is when you get a script through and you've got a massive, massive chunk of dialogue. It's almost like a monologue. So I suppose that's probably the toughest thing. But you do get monologues through in any film or series or anything, so it's a natural thing you're going to have to put up with as an actor or an actress. But when you do get it through, you just have to kind of build a storyboard in your head so you remember it, and you don't. And Terence is really good with words, you know, so you don't have to kind of worry about whether you get it word for word. He's not too precious with the script, which is the great thing about Terence. So if you do fluff up the lines or you kind of make it your own, it doesn't really hugely matter unless there are one or two lines that he specifically wants word for word. So I'd say that was probably the toughest part of Whovians, but other than that, I just enjoy it. It's great fun. Yeah, this is so fun.
Who would you choose to answer?
Oh, I choose fellow cast member Ben.
Right, I'll give you the easy one. Most fun thing about the Whovians for you personally?
So what's that?
The most fun, most
The most
enjoyable
fun.
thing.
Has to be when we were doing series 1 last year. We did a lovely shoot down in a place called Bad Wolf Bay, where they've actually filmed Doctor Who before. And essentially the scene takes place in the opening of episode 2 of series 1. And yeah, I'm sort of dressed in very fancy, almost like Dr. Garb. And yeah, getting chased by very 70-esque Who monsters. And of course seeing but it was just a really lovely day anyway. It was just one of the finer days we had, because our summer last year was not great. And again, that was one of the challenges we faced. Learning about filming on a no budget is that it rains, and also, as we were describing earlier, you can't control noise in public spaces. You know, it's like, I mean, anything, yeah, planes, but they're also like, even the most simple thing is like a cat, like, so, but yeah, I mean, that was a fun day because obviously we were on a beach. I'll tell you that.
He's gone.
Okay.
No longer doing a cat impression, just got it. That was good.
And yeah, essentially, it was just fantastic because it was a lovely day. You know, we got to sort of film on the beach. It was really nice day. There was no trouble, no issues with sound, and yeah, got to do a really cool hero shot. So yeah, that was probably my most fun experience on set. And of course, as always, getting to know such wonderful cast members and the laughs and stories you have on set.
You just want more lines, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, that's quite an embarrassing story. That's quite me. If anybody does have any questions, stick your hand up. My friend Bob will run over to your microphone and you can ask him or not.
I nominate the lovely.
Yes. How many takes did that scene take where you're stood in the queue and you're just staring? That cracked me up. Which in some ways sounds kind of mean, it's like stood there, didn't say that, but I was laughing.
When I was paying attention, it took one take, guys, with that good. But when there was noise around, at least 25, I'm gonna go with that. Because it got to a point where we just tried to start, and every time we tried, just something would happen. There would be noise from somewhere in the distance. But it was fun, challenging, because people like to be noisy. But it was a good shoot and fun. It was different. This is something I've never done before. It's true.
You've never played Q before?
No, I lived a sheltered life. I did about 25 days for that, and by the 16th day,
it was 25, right. Eventually got there. I mean, sort of shooting a web series and stuff, out and about in locations on a low budget. Do you get members of the public that you do?
Oh,
yes, we
did.
No, you should.
Oh, yes. Ask James about the park. We filmed the park last year. James will tell you a good story about filming in the park, in the middle of Kentucky Park in Cardiff.
James, tell me about the park.
We were shooting for a couple of hours. It was a beautiful day. It was the best day, I think, of the summer. And we attracted quite a lot of attention because we've been running around like fools in this roundest time. I was dressed as a doctor. So I'm waiting for someone to drive around, and people are obviously kind of paying a little bit of attention. So this sweet and interesting and fragrant lady. Well, fragrance is an interesting one. Anyway, it's subjective. So we, she kind of came and asked what we were doing. We kind of cut, and we were just shooting this kind of. Is it Doctor Who? Are you shooting Doctor Who lights? So no, so it's no. Okay. If you need anyone, I'm just going to be over here behind this hedge. We're kind of like. What? No, we're all right. I said, no, honestly, I would love to be involved. I'm just going to be over here, and we were like, no, we have to run away now. Because it was so intense. But yeah, we had a lot of people, a lot of interesting people kind of coming and asking what we're doing, and people want to get in shot, even when they don't want to be in shot, like cyclists, or ladies with pushchairs, or those guys in shot mobility scooters, or anything who wanted to get in shot, they would just drive in front of us. They would get in front of us, and we would just have to go cut, and wait, and then we'd go. Okay, go. It's a shame you can't see the outtakes. Some of them are probably, lawsuit worthy.
You normally stuck their hand up. She's got a big man. Questions?
My question is, who did the music?
The music is a very talented personal friend of ours, who's our composer, Andrew Gallagher. Andrew, he's a talented composer who's trying to get step through, and that's the great thing with this project. We managed to find people who are trying to get their showreel pieces and try and get their work done. He does all the music. He's fantastic. He is back doing the music for the second series and the special. The graphics at the beginning, I made them. That's me. It's a bit. I'm the edit post-production guy on this as well. So that's me.
Great work.
Hi. I was just interested in you were saying the budget was zero. How did you manage to recruit your actors and actresses? Were they friends? And were you
just desperate?
They said.
You'd be surprised how many people who are passionate and creative, who feel as frustrated as us three producers and writers, who volunteer their spare time for maybe a pint at a rap party, maybe. But no, it's all, they've given all their spare time, and they're as passionate about the project, they believe in it like us, and they're back for a series 2, which is so flattering for us. When they said yes to come back for a series 2, and they're so passionate, they're so involved in the project, and like, as you see, we're here as a team, we're a team, and it's basically, you put an advert out online, and people come and audition, and sometimes you get magically very lucky, and we are. So that's how it happened. That's it now, be nice now.
I think he just screamed out and went, act now. That's my suspicion. But yeah, just enjoy yourself, have a really good day. We're going to be popping down later on to have a quick chat and see all the wares you've got and whatnot. But thank you very much for appearing on stage.
Hey, I would actually say the panel, the turnout to the panel was really good. You know, we everyone was really responsive. Everyone liked it. You know, and the guy who was asking the questions was hilarious. I thought it was great. Yeah, that's probably the highlight so far.
This pretty much the Pinot. Pinot's good. Love Q&A. My new favourite thing.
The Q&A was
really brilliant day. It's been phenomenal, and the amount of people that have been here, especially for the panel as well. I mean, you guys, I know you were blown away by the amount of people that were in there, and just the reaction you had from the audience, of which I was one. So yeah, that was fun.
I had a chance to have much of a look around because by the time we got here, set the stall up, we were getting ready to do the Q&A, so only managed to have a quick peek around. But yeah, I'm going to have a proper goosey around the stalls and hope that I don't have that urge to just impulse buy if I see something incredibly kind of just unique in the sense that, like, if I don't get that now, I'll never see it again. So, you know.
Chocolate brownies. We have a VIP area. We're VIPs. And yeah, we've got chocolate brownies. We smuggled them downstairs. Oh.
I'd definitely say the Q&A as well. And also getting to meet the audience members like after the Q&A, because they do actually come up to us and say hello and start talking, which is really nice.
I actually quite like looking at the guy from Game of Thrones. He's got big arms.
He's a high
No, I really like watching the wrestling. Actually.
I also enjoyed watching the wrestling, mostly because it's hilarious. Like, low point, I think, is getting up.
Yeah.
Just in general, not just today.
Low point of your life.
Just getting up,
every morning.
Still alive.
Oh crap.
Seeing people at the panel who were interested in what we were doing, wanted to know more about it, people being very complimentary. I suffer with a bit of nerves when it comes to doing panels like this, so to kind of go out and have a look and see people there, it's just absolutely humbling.
In what, a year, when you think a year ago, nobody knew who we were, and here we are. We had people buy DVDs and pay us money and came up and chatted to us, whereas that last year, you just know. So, in the space of 12 months, that is pretty amazing. Yeah.
Highlight so far, honestly, was just now. All the guys were at the stall, and all my cast were there, and they had a massive amount of people really interested in them, talking to them, and getting autographs and signing DVDs, and it was a real moment of just like, holy, this is something that.
Swear in the behind the scenes.
Holy crap! This is something that we, the three of us as producers, and wrote and created, and the cast are sat there being treated like the stars they are. So it was really really kind of choked me up a little bit. I'm not ashamed to say, but that was the sweetest thing so far, just to see the reaction from people here and the interest, the general love and interest in the idea, and the cast getting the recognition finally that they really do deserve.
You lost me. I stopped watching Sylvester. Maybe at the end of the day. Yeah. I know, the last time I saw Dr. Hill was probably here. It was like a huge gap.
This is awesome.